1 year ago, we bought this abandoned homestead on 17 acres. This was the path we drove up first time we came here to the property. What do you remember about that day?
Well, we were coming off of a pretty low, thinking we were gonna move forward with a different property. So coming here, neither one of us were really that optimistic about what we were gonna see because we had just looked at so many properties and this was kind of a mess. It was very overgrown, so there wasn't actually a whole lot to see. And I don't even think we really knew the scope of the boundaries, the property lines or anything. So we really didn't know what all we were looking at, and it was hard to see because everything was overgrown. So when we walked up to it, it obviously looked really pretty. We had some views of the rolling hills. We knew that there was 17-ish acres, so that was exciting to think about. So when we came here for the first time, it was just using our imagination to think about what might be here, what we might be able to do here.
Yeah, I felt like we couldn't really walk a whole lot because it was so overgrown, and we really didn't know what to do or where to go.
Right.
And so at some point I felt like it was one of those showings that, all right, we'll just finish this out and then move on. But that's not what went down. So we bought the property that day. Our whole family came here and came out here with their chainsaw. The boys were sawing with their folding saw, cutting down smaller trees and branches. Started cutting down trees and bushes and weeds, starting to make a dent in all of the work that we're still doing. And we just got to it. Slowly began uncovering a lot more things. That was probably the biggest first hurdle that we had, was trying to figure out how to clear the land that we needed to clear initially. We put a feeler out on Facebook and had a good friend of ours came and brought his brush hog and his tractor, and we were able to brush hog most of this main field here and some around the house. But that was kind of, I think, the extent of the clearing that we did initially.
Yeah. It was hard not to get carried away because there were so many other projects that we needed to move on to.
One of our main goals when we first bought the property was to get something here that we could stay in. So the camper was also one of the first big things that we did. We bought the camper, had it brought here by the people that we bought it from, were generous enough to bring it here for us and set it up. And so we've had that here since shortly after we bought the property, so we've been able to camp out here and stay here without electricity and without all the amenities, but at least we've been able to spend some time out here as a family. So that was a good addition. So through the winter, things kind of sat for a while, especially through that big snow that we ended up getting. I don't even remember, like 10 or more inches of snow.
For us is a lot.
Yeah, for us it's not normal. We don't get that every year. So David was still able to come back and go hunting. He was able to shoot a deer on the property.
Sort of. I did get stuck.
He did get stuck, but you made it back and you made it out eventually.
Yeah, eventually. I had to dig my way up the lane.
Yeah.
With a hand shovel, which was not ideal.
But he made it home, and that's all that matters to me.
With a dead deer in the trunk.
But after winter, things started melting. We started scoping out a spot for David's workshop. That was the next big thing that we needed to do, because with David starting his woodworking business full time, I think we chose one spot, and then we looked around at other spots and then ended up back at the original spot that we wanted, and that took a little bit of excavating, smoothing out, and clearing out, but then we were able to get that delivered. Was that in the spring or beginning of summer?
No, spring. Really, it was just the giant poplar that was right next to the house. But then we also had a couple dead trees. We had a walnut tree that wasn't super huge, but it was also super close to the house. We had a dead cherry tree, dead maple tree, and then the poplar and the walnut. He was able to do that in one day, and after that one day, we didn't have any big trees anymore. And he took a little bit of cleaning up. He just dropped them. I just paid him to drop them, and then I was going to take care of the rest. But man, did that transform the landscape when you have these big trees that are kind of blocking the house, and then they're just not there anymore. There's some deer tracks leading to the house.
Is deer or goat?
Goat. Yeah, if we didn't have goats, I'd say deer, but.
That's another thing. When we moved here, well, when we sold our house back in March, we brought our chickens and our ducks, our dogs, and then we got some goats. So I guess that was something that we did this year. When you walked into the house initially, it was still a house.
Well, I wasn't super sure about that, but yeah. Yeah, so just like there was a mountain of garbage outside, there was just as much, if not more, stuff inside. So that was a little overwhelming. We cleared all that out. It took a while, but we got everything cleared out and just threw that on the burn pile too. So that was a huge hurdle. Once you are able to clear it all out, you can start to take stock of the condition of the walls, condition of the ceilings. But even at that point, everything still mostly had walls and a ceiling up. So you're just kind of looking at plaster or wallpaper that's kind of crumbling. So
now that we had all that stuff out of the house, old carpets, people's belongings, stuff,
right.
Insulation, lath, the plaster off the
animals,
walls,
stuff, animal food, eating walnuts, dead raccoon,
snakes, a little bit of everything we had in here. Quite the eclectic home.
The mess never really went away until just a few weeks ago when we finally got everything out for good and gutted everything.
So we've come down to the original framing and the original floors, and so we're just trying to preserve that. At this point, it looks like that's what we're doing. Once we got everything cleared out of this house, then we were able to start putting things back together. Now you can see where we're standing in here, just starting over. To put in 6 of our windows, put up some OSB, get stuff closed in, and that's the process that we're in now. What would you say in the last 12 months, what has been the biggest hurdle?
Well, I just realized this. We've talked an awful lot about here at this property, but we were also, probably about half that time, we were still living in Butler. We had an idea of when we wanted to sell the house, obviously ASAP kind of thing, but we still had some things that we needed to finish, so we bought this property. We were doing stuff here, but we also needed to do stuff there. I really did not want to do anything else with the house, but there were things that just needed to be done if we were going to sell it. So we had to really determine to get those things done so that we could sell the house. That was a big hurdle. It was a big hurdle to us being able to move forward, being able to have the money to do projects here. So there wasn't a whole lot happening here because we just didn't have the money to do that. But we were able to sell the house in the winter, and just kind of get that burden lifted off of our shoulders. Beyond that, the biggest hurdle has been the electric. I mean, I've been talking about that a lot. That was one of the first things that we actually had. We had the electric company come out, survey what we were looking to do, gave us a quote for an underground electric line, and we sat on that for a long time.
Scott came along and has just hugely, greatly blessed us. So I guess that could be a big win. Scott was a big win for us.
Scott and Jace Hiles.
And Jace they have both been a huge win in these last 12 months, helping us to get some major things situated with the equipment and with the driveway, with the electric. I don't know what we would have done without them. Taken a lot longer. I think another big win for me has been to start putting the house back together, getting us to a place where we're ready to set a deadline for moving in. Any other good things?
I mean, we've had so many different people along the process that have either offered us things or have given us things. Having people that are knowledgeable about different things that I'm not. You know, we're not experts in any of these fields. This is all new territory to us. So it's nice having a wealth of people that we can access for different questions that we have is a big win.
If somebody were to ask us that's thinking about jumping into something like this, I would say do your best to find community. There are so many people out there that are doing projects like this by themselves, which is incredible, and I give them major props for doing that. But I've loved having people who have enjoyed being a part of this process and seeing how God has blessed us through others. I've learned the value of being humble enough to allow people to come and for us to say, yeah, we have no idea what we're doing when it comes to this. So taking advice from people or opinions from people, I think I've grown a lot in that, and just being like, just because this is what I think it should look like or this is how we should do it doesn't mean that's the best way.
Be patient. Wait your turn. Wait your turn. Be patient, you old rascal. Yeah, be patient. It's a process. Don't be complacent. There's a difference between being complacent and being patient. Accept the things that come up that get in your way. Figure out a way to get past that. If it's a financial hurdle, if it's a fear, exhausted or out of juice or at the end of your rope, just keep going. You know, never take a break. Taking a break is fine. Take your time, be patient.
Have faith.
And enjoy it with friends. I mean, a lot of the work projects that we've done with people that we enjoy being with, and that really makes a huge difference. We don't just have random work crews out here. We're not paying construction crews and contractors to hire other contractors to hire other, we're doing most of this ourselves. That was by choice. So the people that are here are people that we like being around, people that we trust and know, and that makes a huge difference for us.
So that's a little recap of year one as best as we can. And
no parties today. No 1 year party today.
Not yet.
But it'll happen.
It's coming. But year two is on the horizon, and our goal is to get in that house, spend the winter there, spend our first Christmas there. When spring comes, get a little better handle on the land and taking care of it, and lots more projects, but a lot of joy and a lot of excitement. We've been documenting that for our family and for you guys, so if you want to continue seeing what we're doing here and follow along in year two, then make sure you're subscribed. But we are here on this journey of hope, building our home and our homestead, and we thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. I was about to say we're the closest we've ever been, but that's obviously true. Every step you take is closer, but.
We also dealt with how's that for ASMR?
Oh, it's good. Wish y'all could taste it.